All Dolph all the time.
I love it.
All right, there are things that you say when you're in love, which is a great feeling when you're in love, that now people are saying don't say those things because they're actually toxic. For example, Jason, have you ever had your wife Carol say, "I need you"?
No.
Okay, well, she's a very healthy person then.
Maybe she's been right all along.
There you go.
She just, by default, by not saying anything nice to you, has really helped not be toxic.
No, I didn't say anything nice.
I'm kidding. But there's a big difference, and this is according to a relationship expert and psychologist, between "I need you." If you got a text from somebody, your significant other, or somebody said "I need you," it feels good.
Yeah. I would think so. Yeah.
They said there's a big difference between "I need you" and "I want you."
I
I
like
want you's a
want.
little sexier. Yeah.
Want's better.
Yes. Need implies the person is too dependent on you.
Yeah,
Wow,
I was gonna say that.
want.
I was gonna say
I
that.
haven't had either. But I like that one.
If
Yeah.
it's done, I think, in a sexual way, though. I mean, for somebody to sexually be like, "I need you."
Or
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah, like that to me is like, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. So context matters.
Yeah,
Sure.
I do like
Yeah.
I want you though. That's because that encompasses a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jason and Matt, text your spouses and say, "I want you."
Hell no.
Doing it now.
All right, just trying to help.
Hell
Yeah, Matt.
no.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah. All right, I want you. Let's see what she
It's a
says.
delicate time right now for me.
Oh,
to
is
say,
it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't want to. I'm not even going to ask unless you want to talk about it. I don't want to.
Yeah, 'cause I'll come off as just desperate as hell at this point.
Okay. You can talk about it if you want. Other things that people say that are in love and they mean it. There's good meaning behind it. We probably are saying it because we heard other people say it. "You're my other half." And why do you think that's toxic? Or could be toxic?
Because they
Kinda
can't
like
function without them without you.
Yeah.
Jason, you say it without Squid talking over
Yeah.
you.
They can't function without you.
Okay. Yes, that's partially true.
I think part of it is you're almost losing your own identity and you're merging into the same person.
You and Jason are correct. Squid,
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to say something, but it's wrong. But that's the thing is, sometimes we say, you complete me. No, you need to be your own individual person.
Yeah.
So you're both, full people who come together, but also, when you go out, and you go to work, you're your own person. You don't have to depend on them. And when you find yourself in a situation where you have to ask them for permission for everything, or you can't function without them, that becomes a problem.
I think the intent's
not bad.
The intent's not bad. They're just, it's kind of like you're my other half. You complete me, like we're as one at the same time. We have our own identity.
Right. And again, I think these come across, people are usually from a good place, but they're just giving you like a little layer of thinking saying, just be careful because this could lead to a path where you're not being your own person. Another toxic thing people say when they're in love that people didn't know were toxic: "I can't live without you." Like if someone texted you that and you were like in love with them,
That would feel good.
that would feel good.
Still never had any of these things.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Jason text Carol and say, "I can't
Hell
live without you."
no.
I want to ask what's going on. You don't want to talk about it.
Well, no, it's just that comes across, especially now. It's like these sayings, it seems like you're like when you first start a relationship and fall in love and in marriage.
Yeah.
You start saying this now, it's like, how annoying.
Yeah. And then, or if you're having trouble, let's say you're having trouble and the person says, "I can't," maybe you're dating or married, "I
Desperate.
can't live without you," then you're like, are they manipulating me, saying that they're suicidal even?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh,
That's a
yeah.
big thing.
That's a big thing. And I've heard people do that.
Yeah.
I've heard people do that, threaten, like, well, if you leave me, I'm going to hurt my, and they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're in a desperate situation at that point. But yeah, giving up control of your happiness or giving your control of your happiness to other people, because you hear that a lot, like women or men will say, "Well, they just don't make me happy anymore." If you're depending on other people to make you happy, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Well, what if you're just,
Yeah.
the problem is sometimes, like, what if everything's going okay, but you don't have as much sexy time as you would like? And sexy time makes you happy. And when you're having a lot less sexy time, you're not happy.
Well, you're less happy.
Is this
What's
this
the
is not
options?
you, right? This is just somebody you know.
Yeah.
Right?
Just in general. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe text her and say, "I want you."
Yeah.
No, gosh.
You want you to do your
Why?
part.
Yeah.
You- I heard from my therapist. No, it was my attorney once. Anyway, I can't remember.
Potato.
Here I go taking advice from Jared. I can't remember if it's from his therapist or attorney. No, thank you.
He's talked to both a lot recently, okay?
And
They
has
blend
been
together.
divorced 2 times back to back.
I know.
No.
You could be divorced and still like maybe. I actually think I'm not bad at marriage. I really don't, but the other people don't think that.
Somebody thinks you stink at it.
You can't control the other people, but like sometimes I think I'm a decent relationship person, but it hadn't worked out for me. Anyway, said if there's something that you feel strongly about that's positive, don't let the other person deter you from requesting those things. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you want to have sexy time with your wife more than what's happening. So because you're getting rejected, you're going to stop asking for it. Don't.
Well, it goes deeper than that.
Well, apparently it's not going deep at all.
Well,
I feel like we're about to unpack something.
No, it goes deeper than that, meaning that
Shallow.
it's more than just the request. It's more of the idea and the mindset of the almost like a chore.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the big problem,
Yeah.
I think. And
Well, maybe if you said I want you, it would feel like less of a chore. for her.
Just try it. What's going to hurt you? Say,
yeah, right
Carol,
now.
I was just thinking about you all on the way to work, all on the entire drive to work. I just really want you so bad.
I was
Yeah.
bricked up the whole way.
There's no way that doesn't make you.
What he said in here.
I could drive without my hands for a minute.
Can you FaceTime right now?
It's almost like autopilot.
And just say it like I was just really thinking about.
Just
Like,
sent you a photo in a box.
I don't know. How could a woman not feel good about that?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
you're thinking about her. Just thinking about her just turns you on. You can't wait to see her later.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I will.
You know her
at
better
the
than I
ti-
do,
At the
but-
time's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
time's right,
kind of alluded to those things like that and didn't get anywhere, and I thought I would start to come across like the P word. So I was like, yeah, keep doing that. I'm just going to be put in that category permanently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I
you should like check your cameras and see when an Amazon package is delivered, and then send it. Because you know,
Yeah.
as soon as she opens that door, she's in a good mood.
That dopamine hit.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
dopamine hits, and you just strike when the time's right.
If
I
I-
Yeah.
love when you order Amazon. It turns me on.
If I send it's always going to be within an hour of a package, so it's fine.
So the dopamine should still be there.
There's a
in our
good
system.
chance. Yeah. My
All right.
wife responded. So I said, I want you. She said, you want me? Question mark. I said, I want you. She said, well, you can have me.
Wow.
So it
Wow.
worked. Jason, it worked.
Let's go.
Well, I think your relationship's a little bit different. I imagine you guys have sexy time a lot.
Has love.
Do you have sex time a lot?
Yeah. I'd say at least 3 times a week, sometimes 4.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow,
nice,
dude,
nice.
that's
3 to
good.
4 times a week.
Yeah. Losing the weight's giving me a lot more energy.
Gotcha.
Jason, is
Yeah.
it okay if I text Carol, because I have her phone number just because we all know each other, that I want her?
I don't see the
Does that help?
the point.
No.
See what she says?
You can have me.
What is this? What is this? I would
Yeah.
never do that.
Yeah, that's good, Matt, for you. I mean, I think 3 to 4 times a week.
Is it more now that you aren't a disgusting fat person?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, because and part of that too is I have a lot more energy.
Yeah.
Because before I was just like exhausted, so I didn't have enough energy to really like try to put on the moves.
I got you.
I would just let it happen, but there wasn't a whole lot of initiating.
Right.
Wow.
But now there's more of it, so it's happening more frequently.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
And
there-
does she initiate ever?
Yes.
Well, see, that's a positive.
That's
right
a very
there.
good sign. Now, and there's actually literally more of you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that.
There
Wow.
is.
For every 30 pounds you lose, you gain more
Mhm.
size.
She's commented on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Things are
Nice.
looking good for Matt.
Looking
Yeah.
up.
Things are up.
Mhm.
Ding,
Yes.
ding.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stocks are rising.
I feel like I've been getting gaslit on the sexy time thing.
Really?
Gaslit to believe that no, couples don't have sex weekly. How absurd are you?
None of my friends have sex
And
every
then
week.
Man Kisser Matt right now is having it 4 times a week.
And they've been
Wonderful.
married 7-8 years, right?
7 years, yeah.
They'll be like- and it'll be
Wow.
like, no, they're just lying to tell you that. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, I didn't know how that that's how it works.
You're right. Yeah.
I guess all these statistics are just made up.
Thank you for putting me back in my place. And distorting my reality. I like that.
I don't even know who I am anymore, but that's fine.
That's fine. I don't like sex. You're right. I'll just go ahead and get my balls cut off.
I hate it.
I hate sex too, Carol. I agree.
Well, then hurry up then.
Yeah, that is not sexy
At all.
No, if there's like hurry up,
Make it quick.
because Matt
Don't
and
let
I
it take forever.
went through that with infertility.
Oh,
And I get it because you're just trying to have a baby at that point.
Yeah.
You really does not. Sex on demand and saying to hurry up is not sexy.
there's nothing pleasurable about it. It is a business transaction.
Yeah.
And it is borderline miserable.
Yeah, and you feel like you're just totally a piece of meat, which is, but not in a great way. Other things people say that they're in love. Let's see if Jason has ever heard this. But are toxic. I love you more than anything else. I would love to hear that, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And sometimes they say when you say that, it could mean you don't love yourself. You're putting them on a pedestal, and so that then it almost gives them, although you shouldn't do this in a relationship, it gives them almost like a leverage over you. Like, I love you more than anything else. You could come across as desperate, and then that could cause problems down the road. If you're in a healthy relationship, I think somebody would take that text as, or you saying that differently, but they say it could be. And one other thing, I can't stop thinking about you. When you're in love, they say that's a toxic thing to say.
Wow, really?
That would
Yeah.
be a good one.
Maybe
they
you
say-
just limit it to I can't stop thinking about last night when you said
Yeah.
hurry up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we had miserable sex that you really didn't want, I can't stop thinking about it.
I do feel like all these sayings are things that are good if your
Yes.
significant other says them, but could also be said by a serial killer before they claim their next victim.
You're 100%
Yeah.
right.
I can't stop thinking about
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Let's do these over again, but as a serial killer.
From a serial killer's perspective on their victim.
Yeah, let's say this. All right, as a serial killer, I need you.
Yeah.
You're my other half.
Yep.
I can't live without you. It sounds creepy.
Yeah,
Yep.
it
You know,
does.
wear their skin.
I love you more than anything else. I can't stop thinking about you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, they also sound like things like when you're like, if a man says to a woman, you're just coming off as a simp, and it will turn the woman off. It's almost like
Yeah.
you're saying too much, you're doing too much, and it's like, it just not. You just can't do it. You just
Yeah.
can't do it like that. Yeah.
Squid, in your dating experience,
Mm-hmm.
coming off as simp is really bad, isn't it?
It
doesn't
is.
work.
Yeah, you can't come off that. Yeah, you come off desperate, independent. I think that scares a woman away.
So
I think it does.
And Kate's not here to deny truth.
Yeah. To deny truth.
Because Jason has been right. I think, guys, if you're listening as a woman, we don't want to play games, but we're forced into the games with all this, don't text them when we want to text you. Don't talk to when we want to talk to, because it can come across.
Yeah, we
can't
do
just be
the
us.
games, but we're kind of, I think, leveraging that area the way
Yes.
the process works. I know Katie will not believe that, but I think it's true, because we have no problem with just connecting. Everything's good. See each other next day. See if we're interested together. And if you do that, sometimes you actually lose.
Yes.
And because it's like there's got to be that mysteriousness, or that a little bit of a challenge and the wondering and whatnot.
Yeah, and to me, that's a nightmare. Like playing
Yeah, it
games.
is.
Yeah, it's stressful. It's stressful.
You're like, all right, I want to see her tomorrow, but I'm going to just not talk to her for 3 weeks, see what
Yeah,
happens.
to make her really want me.
And you're just
Instead
sitting
of
there.
showing her
It's
love and
gotta-
affection and unconditional love, I'll just ghost her and not talk to her. Then she'll like me.
Then she'll fly
That'll
away.
get her.
It's got to be initially. It's like you come on too strong. It's like a turn away if the next day you're calling, and the next day you call. It's kind of like when me and Squid were talking about when there's a smoking hot girl there, and she's with a group of friends, and you go up to that group of friends, and the first thing you do is, if you're single, is you start talking to the hot girl, and you're really friend with the hot girl, and you're paying attention to the hot girl. That actually backfires almost. It almost is better when you are so into all their other friends and you pretend that you're genuinely interested in what her friends are saying, and not give much interest into the hot girl. All of a sudden, and then she's like, "Well, wait a minute here.
What about me?
Hey, I don't understand. Wait, hi." And then she like almost works harder to get you to get the attention. But maybe it's because she's so desensitized from all the guys constantly hitting on her.
Stop hitting on
But
them.
don't you find that, Squid?
Yeah. You're right.
Jason
You
has,
said it about as good as you can say it. Yeah.
Jason has taught us so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has. Well, no, because I mean, like, if I remember going on, I've been 18, 19 months since I was separated and divorced and all this stuff. But so I went on dates and stuff, and there's people that were nice and, whatever. And I just stopped talking to them, just not for any reason. It wasn't a game. You stop talking to them for a few weeks, and all of a sudden, or a month or two, then they just pop up. How are you? How are you? How are you? And you're like, I don't want to do that. I
Yeah.
want to play this freaking game.